Today's Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. I'm Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Thyme kitchen, and today I am cooking up some meat. Let me just say this, I love beef short ribs. They are one of my absolute favorite dishes of all time. Beef short ribs, when they're done right, just melt in your mouth. They fall off the bone. They are just one of the best, most tender cuts of meat when they're cooked right. You have to cook it low and slow. It takes, honestly, about 4 to 5 hours at least to get a very tender beef short rib. And I typically cook it in the oven somewhere around like 325, 300, and let it go, honestly, for like 5 hours. These are boneless short ribs, which are really easy because you can get just a slab of them and then you can just like cut them in the sizes that you want. First thing to cooking and to preparing your short ribs is searing them off. You want to get some caramelization on the beef. So I've got a hot cast iron skillet here, and I'm just going to throw in my short ribs and just start to sear those off and just let them get nice and brown. All I've done is season them with some salt and pepper and literally just let them sit, let them work, just let them get nice and crispy and brown on all edges. They're still going to be rare in the center, but you're going to then put them in a casserole dish or a 9-inch pie plate, something that you can wrap and you can put a sauce or liquid and stuff around. So basically it's just braising in the oven with all these flavors and aromatics. So that's what I'm going to do next, is just kind of make my sauce that's going to go on this. So I've got a bit of garlic, and I've got some crushed tomatoes. I love tomatoes in that. I typically will add like red wine. I've done bourbon. I picked this up. We had a event here. We do a lot of private events here at Wild Thyme, and we had a team building event with Alltech, and so we had a little of some Alltech products left over. So I thought I would try this one using the bourbon barrel ale because it's got the beer and then it's got that bit of bourbon flavor in it too. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. Instead of water, I'm going to get a little extra flavor from that. All right, so we're going to go in with some fresh herbs. Got some parsley. I'm also going to add some oregano in there. You could also add bay leaf. I do like to go with a little bit of brown sugar too. Not very much because you don't want it to be sweet, but you want it to be balanced. And then I've got some spices here. I've got Chinese 5-spice in this one. I love using Chinese 5-spice, and I think it's underutilized, but when you look at the ingredients, it's got anise, fennel, cinnamon, cloves, black pepper. You mix that in with garlic and some cayenne and salt and pepper, and you've got a very nice, like, well-rounded flavor. All right, so again, we're going to add some heat here, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of cayenne. And then be generous with your salt and pepper. Like I said, we want to make this savory, not sweet, so we're just getting some nice balance. So you kind of have like a little kind of bourbon, barbecue kind of thing happening, right? All right, so that's going to be our mixture. And then we'll see how our ribs are looking here. So we're just literally, like I said, just getting that nice kind of caramelization there, getting them nice and browned off on all sides. And then once we do that, we're going to go in here. We're going to top it with this. Like I said, I sometimes even will just throw fresh herbs in. I love rosemary, oregano. Don't even worry about chopping them up. Just throw them in and let them braise. You'll still get the flavor of them from just letting them sit and kind of steep in with the ribs. All right, so once we do that, we're going to cover these with some aluminum foil. We're going to let them bake, like I said, or roast in the oven at about 300 for literally like 5 hours, just tinted with that aluminum foil over top. And then when you pull them out of the oven, magic of TV, I actually have some in the oven, so I'll show you. You're literally going to be able to just kind of break these guys apart. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful short ribs, slow cooked, and then you see how that sauce just starts to thicken up on there. Guys, definitely go to the website and get this recipe. It's at Midday Kentucky at WTBQ.com/recipes. Click on this one. You'll find many others as well. You can find me on Instagram at Chef Allison Davis. You're watching Midday Kentucky, and we will be right back after this short break.